Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Yoga for Everybody. My name is Skyla Ramirez. Let's get started today with some mindful breathing and a mudra to help calm the mind and the body. So we have a basic mudra today to experiment with called the lotus mudra. To do this, you can be seated or lying down. Take the palms together in front of your chest. Have the fingertips touching very lightly and maybe even make like a small pocket of air in the palms of the hands. This is the beginning of the mudra. This itself is called Kaputa mudra, which is the dove, and it's just a very soft and compassionate mudra. Now from here, keep pressing your thumbs and pinky fingers together. Take away your three middle fingers, your index finger, middle finger, ring finger are going to spread out. So if I was to take my hands apart, this is what they look like. You could have your hands open and spray out the fingers and just touch the pinky and the thumb and then press through the heels of the hands. Lower the hands down in front of your heart. And this is our Padma or lotus mudra. This is supposed to be calming and peaceful, cooling to the nervous system. From where we are, we just bow our heads and become mindful of the breath as it passes through your chest. Inhale in through your nose or mouth and allow that breath to pass through the heart down into your belly. Exhale, the whole body softens. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, soften. Breathe into the nose or the mouth. The breath passes through the heart down to the belly. Exhale, relax. Let's try two more like that. Inhale into your nose or mouth, through the chest, down to your belly. When you're ready, go ahead and take the fingers apart. Let's take the hands in front of us and roll out your wrist. You could do one at a time, or you can do both wrists. Keep the hands higher than your heart. If you're lying on your back, this is no problem as your hands are above your chest. If you're seated, bring the hands up higher than the heart, maybe just even higher than your shoulders when you do this movement. We're working on lymphatic drainage at this point, getting any excessive fluids to drain from the limbs into the heart space. From here, relax your hands. If you're seated, let your chin come down and roll your head left and right. Let's loosen up the throat. If you're lying down, let your head roll on the floor, just left and right. Allow your neck and head to move in any natural way, depending on your position right now. Just making sure that you're not moving the neck in any way that feels like you're going to pinch a nerve or create tension. Let's come to a still point from wherever you are. We're all going to lie down on our mats, on our backs, with the knees bent so that we're able to warm up the body and again, work with lymphatic drainage without having to stand first. So let's come into our supine position, down on the ground. From here, we'll extend the arms up and overhead. Take a nice big breath in as you reach the arms up and reach them back. Exhale, lower the arms down. Let's move the arms with the breath just a few more times like this, working the energy out from the head and the arms to the neck, into the chest and armpits more. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Maybe just a couple more. Big inhale, reach with the breath. Exhale, lower. Let's lift the left knee into the chest. Hold on to the sides of the legs. Pull that knee straight in towards your body, feeling as if the thigh is pressing against the lower abdomen. Release that leg off. Take the right knee in, come straight in. We want to feel just a little bit of pressure in the lower abdomen. This is known as a belly press, used to flush toxic stress hormones out from the gut. Release that leg. Let's try matching the movement with the breath. Inhale, exhale, one knee in. Inhale, relax. Exhale, switch legs. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull in, contract. Last one, inhale, release. Right leg in, contract. Bring the left leg up. Go ahead and roll out your feet. Moving the ankles around. Pointing and flexing with your toes. Let's deeply bend the knees. See that the knees are at the width of the hips or pelvis. Slowly lower the feet flat to the ground, keeping that hip width distance with the knees, the hips, and thighs. Let's press the palms down just outside the hips into the floor. Push into the feet. Inhale, just hover the hips just a little bit to begin. And then exhale, relax. Let's try maybe just 2 or 3 more like that. Practicing just the tiniest lift so we can introduce weight bearing into the soles of the feet without compromising the pelvis or sciatic nerve. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, relax. Inhale, press into the feet, tiny lift. Just clearing maybe an inch of space under the tailbone. Relax. Now maybe come up a little higher. Inhale, coming up maybe 2 or 3 inches, not fully opening the hip yet. Exhale, relax. Inhale, small lift. Exhale, relax. Inhale, small lift. Exhale, relax. Now maybe lift just a little higher, maybe even moving through your body's fullest range of motion. Inhale, lifting, engaging the buttocks muscles, and then exhale, relax. Just 2 or 3 more with your breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, relax. Last one. Inhale, lift. And then relax. Let's take the feet out wider than the hips, maybe even just as wide as your yoga mat. Take the arms out beside you like a T with the palms facing down. We're anchoring the energy around the chest and the shoulders. Let the knees sway over to the right as you exhale. Find the breath. Exhale, gentle twist over to the right. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, gentle twist to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. Option to close the eyes. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Tune into any parts of your back or spine that may be feeling tight, becoming aware of places that we either want to target for a stretch or places that we know we're going to be mindful of. Maybe we work around those places today. Tension is not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's the way the body tells us that a body part needs to be protected for a little while. Let's do one more twist to each side, exhaling with the twist, feeling that gentle squeeze wringing out through the abdomen. Wrapping this up, exhale on the left. Let's bring it to center. Resetting the hips, we'll draw both knees into the chest again. And this time, if it feels right for you, take the knees out wide and pull the knees back towards your armpits, getting a nice big stretch through that SI joint and the back of the buttocks and the hip. This is a part of the body that we usually are sitting on. So sometimes there is a lot of constriction in blood flow and nerves that travel through that area can get restricted. So if we pull back on those knees, we're opening up that joint, encouraging healthy blood flow and healthy nerves. When you're ready, bring the knees to hips width, lower the feet. Let's roll over onto one side just for a moment and allow the spine to reset. Try at least 2 or 3 breaths here while the spine is resetting. When it feels right for you, let's locate our top arm and top hand, press into the palm to slowly come up. From here, let's come around into all fours for cat and cow flow. Keeping in mind that cat and cow can always be done on your elbows. It could even be done from your fists, or you can sit down for your cat and cow flow as well. Let's place the hands, the fists, or elbows at the width of the shoulders. It can be a little wider or a little more narrow if it's more comfortable. Let's shift forward just a little bit, maybe looking to see that your shoulder, elbow, and wrist are in a straight line, and the middle finger is moving straight forward towards the top short edge of your yoga mat. Let's inhale, drop the belly, push the hips back, look forward and open the throat. Exhale, pull the belly up and round the spine, dropping the head. Inhale, extending out into cow. Exhale, rounding the spine for cat. Inhaling, passing through the heart to the belly as we breathe in. Exhale, contracting the abdomen. Just 2 more. Inhale, extension. Exhale, contraction. Let's find a neutral point for the body. From here, maybe touch the toes together and open the knees a little wider than hips width. From here, we can start to push our hips back towards our heels. Maybe come down onto the elbows for support. The hips might touch all the way back to the feet. If the knees are okay with that, you can sit the hips back on the heels. No matter where we are with this, let's reach the hands out in front of us just a little bit to get a nice big stretch under the armpits. Walk the hands over to the right edge of your mat and maybe even walk the hands off of your mat. Push with the heels of your hands as if you're pushing away to press the energy over into the left hip. If your hips are touching your feet, you're going to feel that left hip maybe rolling over the side of your left foot. Try breathing into the underside of your left armpit. Breathe along the side left waist. Let's walk the hands to neutral. Hold here for at least 2 or 3 easy breaths. Relax a little bit in the pose. Reset the spine. When your body is ready, take the hands over to the left side of your mat. Pause for a moment. Notice how the spine is feeling with this. And then maybe take the hands off of your mat. And again, push away so that your right hip is going to kind of just roll over that right foot. Or you're going to feel that that right hip is just pressing over while you push away with the hands. Let's find the breath. Guide it underneath the right armpit. Guide the breath along the side of your right waistline. Let's walk our hands to neutral. From here, shifting forward again, finding all fours. From all fours, let's separate our toes, seeing that the toes are the same distance apart as the knees and the hips. Moving into a gentle calf stretch here. Let's take our left toe, tuck it under. Slide that toe back along the floor, keeping the ball of the foot on the floor. Push away with both hands so that you can press back into that left heel. And maybe look down at the mat, keeping the head centered, the spine neutral. Option to close the eyes as we continue to press back and open up the calf, the back of the knee, and part of the hamstring. Let's bring that knee to center, tucking our right toe under. Left toe is untucked. So it's two different movements on the feet, two different stretches on the ankles going on. Pressing back with that right foot, toe is tucked under, pushing back with the hands and loading the energy back into your right foot. Press back through the heel, feeling a stretch moving from the calf up through your back thigh. Looking down to center the breath. When you're ready, come to center. Let's alternate that a few times. We want to warm up and stretch the hamstrings before we stand and stretch the hamstrings. Left leg back, toe tucked under, little push. Come forward. Inhale, right leg back, little push. Come forward. Inhale, left leg back. Forward. Last one, right leg back. And now forward. From here, let's look between our hands. We may want to reset the hips again for child's pose. If you think you'd rather do down dog at this time, go ahead and shift forward. Round your spine like cat pose to begin downward facing dog. And let the head hang nice and loose. From here, we can tuck our toes, hover the knees, maybe straighten the legs, and allow the feet to press into the earth, lifting the hips, pressing into the hands. So we're pressing our shoulders away from our ears. Hang your head nice and loose, shake the head yes, and turn it left and right. No matter where you are, think about how you'd like to make your way to the top of the mat. Looking towards our hands. From down dog, we'll bend the knees. Let's step the feet towards the hands in any way that's comfortable for your body. Relax the neck and the head. We are now moving into that much deeper hamstring stretch while we're weight bearing. There's energy moving from the earth through the soles of the feet, up the legs, into the hips and the spine. Bring your hands up to your shins or thighs and add in a very gentle sway with the hips. Loosening up the outer parts of the legs and outer hips just a little bit. When it feels right, let's come to a still point again, and we'll walk the hands up, meeting in mountain pose. Rolling the shoulders down and back, reaching the fingertips down towards the outer edges of your feet and lengthening through the spine. Inhale, take just the left arm up and reach to the sky. Exhale, take it down. Switching sides, inhale, right arm up and around, reaching up, and then exhaling down. Let's keep that rhythm, one arm at a time first. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Inhale, both arms up this time. Big breath in. Reach up, lengthening to the sky as if you're holding on to 1,000 helium balloons in each hand. Or imagine you're like a trapeze artist and maybe your body weight is able to hang from the armpits while you continue to reach up, holding onto a trapeze bar or holding onto the monkey bars on the playground. One more big inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep the palms back. Slowly relax the hands down to your side. Let's look at our feet so that we can place the feet at the width of our pelvis bones. That's going to be a little more narrow than the fleshy hip. From here, let's inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, take the hands back and sit the hips back for chair pose. Maybe put the hands on the thighs or bring the hands to the heart so that you're able to really concentrate on pushing your hips back with a flat back. We want all of the energy to be saturated in those leg muscles right now. Inhale, bring the arms up, big breath in. Exhale, sweep it back and around. You can reach forward to the heart or even hands on the legs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, back and around. Let's keep that rhythm for maybe 3 to 5 more of the chair flows. Option to close the eyes. Once we've seen it and done it a few times, the pattern is in the muscle memory. And that gives us an opportunity to close the eyes and to now feel it. So drawing more awareness and more sensation to the felt sense of the pose. Let's do just one more. Inhale up. Exhale, back and down. From here, inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's touch our big toes together. Keep a little bit of space between your heels as we build on our chair flow. Adding in a twist. We want the feet to be touching for the twist. That way the leg bones angle in and it's going to open the side hip bone a little more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Sit back. Twist a little bit to your left, just a tiny bit. Inhale, arms come up, big breath in. Exhale, palms together, hips back, flat back, twist a little to the right. Inhaling, arms up and overhead. Exhale, come down, flat back, twist to the left. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down, twist to the right. Let's add on to this. Inhale, bring it up, reach up. Same movement. Exhale, twist to the left. Adding in now, maybe an extension of the right arm. Palm is open, reaching over your left knee. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. This time, left palm is up. Reach it over the right knee. Let's try one more on each side like that. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it down through center, through the heart. Reach out with the right arm, over to the left with your twist. Inhale, bring it to center, bring it up. Last one, exhale down. Left arm reaching across, twisting to the right. Inhale through center, reach it up. Exhale, hands to the heart, hold it here. Press the thumbs to the chest, take the feet out to pelvis width again. From here, let's step the left foot back, bending that right knee just a tiny bit. Inhale, open the hands, palms facing up. Pull the elbows back and in by your low back. Exhale, come forward, and let's stand at mountain. Taking the right foot back. Inhale, palms up, little bend in that left knee. Exhale, come forward. Matching the movement to the breath. Inhale, left foot back. Right knee is bent. Open up. Elbows pulling back and down. Exhale, forward. Inhale, right foot back. Palms up. Exhale, forward. One more on each side. Maybe this set, close the eyes. And maybe we don't move exactly with the breath when we close our eyes. It is more common to move slower when we close our eyes. This might even really expose just how much our body, our nervous system is leaning on our eyesight for overall motor function. We really want our bodies to lean more so on feeling than eyesight for healthy body motor function. Once you feel you've got the left and the right leg done, take it to center. Let's lace the fingers together in front of your chest and now invert the palms. Wing those elbows out to the side and press forward with the palms of your hands. Big inhale here. Exhale, relax. Pull the hands back in and press the hands over your chest. On the next inhale, take those hands apart. Circle those elbows back a few times. Inhale, and then exhale down. Inhale, open with those elbows. Pull up through the armpits. It's almost like the movement we do in the morning when we make a big yawn. Big inhale. It's that first big inhale, the rush of the life force for the day. And down. Let's do one more. Take it into a chest expansion. Inhale, open. Straighten the arms out. Bring the hands behind you. You might keep the hands apart, reaching back, or touch the hands together in any way to secure the grasp through the palms of your hands. Wherever the hands are, just simply focus on pulling the shoulders back, pulling those elbows back to assist with that length and that stretch in your arms. Let's breathe into the center of the chest, 3 to 5 big exaggerated inhales, expanding breath. Lower the chin, exhale first. Big inhale. Exhale, relax. Big inhale. Exhale, relax. Big inhale. Exhale, relax. So that's 3. We could do 2 more if it feels right. Maybe breathe in as if you're surprised or if there's ice slipped down the back of your shirt. Big inhale. 1, 2, 3. And then relax. These are little back bends to strengthen your back and neck muscles. 1 more. Big inhale. And then relax. Let's release those hands off. Inhale, bring the hands up overhead, extended mountain. Shift forward to peel up the heels. Maybe just lifting the heels enough to swipe a credit card under feet. Or maybe today we come up a little higher, enough to wedge maybe a rolled up newspaper under your heels. The higher we come up onto the toes, the more we're going to want to push the hips forward, pull up and out of those upper ribs and thoracic spine. The same movement we just did when we exaggerated the inhale. Exaggerate your breath here. Big inhale. Lift through the ribs. Push the hips forward while you lift the heels. And now relax. Shake it all off. Kick off the legs. Maybe even roll off the ankles a little bit. From where you are in your expression of mountain pose, let's bring the hands together at the heart. Step your left foot back, a casual stride, and bend the right knee. Both the toes are facing the short edge of your yoga mat. Keeping that bend in the right knee, inhale, bring the arms up and over your head in any way. Holding warrior 1 pose, looking straight ahead, maybe closing the eyes. Continue to lunge forward while pressing the hands back. Shoulders stay stacked with the hips. From here, let's take those arms behind us to the low back. The knuckles might be touching along your low back, or you could even flatten the palms by your low back while you're here. Let's straighten our right leg. Inhale, pull the breath up into the heart and ribs, that big exaggerated inhale. And now exhale, bend both knees just a tiny bit. We want to make sure the legs are not locking out. From here, push your hips back, keeping the hands by the low back. Pull up through the ribs. At some point from that back stretch, we may want to let the hands come down onto the right leg, or maybe travel those hands down to your right shin. Let the head hang loose. If it's a comfortable reach, walk the hands all the way to your foot or even to the floor. Let's hang the head no matter where we are. Shake it, yes. Turn it left and right. Try exhaling from your throat with a sigh of relief and move the jaw around. One more. To safely come out of this, first, let's make sure again the knees are not locked. Tiny little bend in the knees. Give it a little bounce. And now walk the hands to the shin and the thigh. Pause for a moment. The back is flat. Let's walk all the way up to standing, bending that front knee. From here, stepping forward, establishing our strong mountain stance. Feet at the width of the pelvis or hips. Let's fly the arms with the breath 3 times to center the body. Inhale, arms up as high as you want that reach to go. And then exhale, take it back. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back. Just 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back. Let's bring our hands together at the heart. From the top of your mat, this time stepping the right foot back, bending the left knee. Arms extending straight up to the sky, establishing your strong warrior 1 stance, lunging forward, pulling the shoulders back over the hips, looking straight ahead, and then finding the breath, maybe even closing the eyes. When you're ready, bring those hands back behind you by the low back or palms flat on the back with the elbows winged out a little bit. Let's straighten our legs, keeping a tiny little bend in the knees. Exaggerate 3 big inhales in the center of the chest. Inhale, lift the ribs. Exhale, relax a little. 2 more. Inhale, big lift. Exhale, relax. We're using the breath to encourage a back bend. We have the support of the lungs full with air to stabilize the spine. Relax. From here, unlock the knees, push the hips back. Come down maybe 1/4, 1/3 of the way, maybe halfway. Pause so the body can maybe interpret any stretch along your spine or even along the back of the legs. Let's take the hands to our thigh first. Option to relax your body completely and hold it here. Or go ahead and walk the hands down the leg, passing the knee, avoiding any pressure on the knee. Walking maybe all the way down towards the ground. Hanging the head. Remember to shake out that neck. We want to be sure the neck is loose like a rag doll. So gravity is doing a passive stretch, lengthening the spine for us with little to no effort. Big exhale, move the jaw around. 2 more. Last one. Hands come to the shin, pass the knee to the thigh. Hold that for a second. Let's keep our blood pressure happy. Flat back, neck is neutral. Walk the hands up. Step to mountain, and let's center the breath. Fly the arms 3 times. Inhale, sweep it back and around, reach. Exhale, back and around. 2 more. Option to close the eyes. Last one, big inhale. And then exhale down. From wherever you are, try taking your feet out on your yoga mat to the long edge. Take the feet wider than your hips into a straddle and make sure both of your toes are facing that long edge of your mat. Now take your left toe, lift the toes, pivot on the heel, and turn that toe out. So you'll have your left toes out and your right toes forward. Let's bend the left knee, extend the arms out from the shoulders. We're in a totally different plane of movement. Warrior 2 pose. Let's flow this just a little bit. Left palm up, Right arm down. Inhale, reach. Straight up with that left hand. Exhale, left hand to the left thigh. Circle your right arm. Maybe reach it to the sky or reach that right arm over your head. Come up through warrior two. Arms extend. Inhale, left arm up, right arm down, looking up. Exhale, take it down. Left hand to the thigh, right arm up. Inhale, bring it up. Find warrior two again. One more time through our flow. Left palm up. Inhale, reach straight up. Relax the right arm. Keep bending that left knee. Exhale, left hand to the left thigh. Right arm comes up. Maybe even reach it over your head. Find your breath. On the next inhale, warrior two. From here, let's bring the hands to the hips. Turn the left toe in. So you're in that traditional straddle. Big inhale into the chest. And now exhale, push your hips back. Lean forward with your chest. Walk the hands to your thighs, maybe hold it there, or bring the hands to your shins. Relax your head and neck. Standing straddle split. To safely come up, make sure the knees can unlock a little bit. Walk the hands to the thighs. Straighten the arms, prop up the spine, and now slowly bring it all the way up to standing. Those legs might be a little tight. We are working the quadricep muscles. Let's keep our left foot forward. Lift up the right toe this time and pivot it out. So now your right toe is probably facing the short edge of your mat. Depending on where you are in the room today, you could feel like you're facing the back or the front of your mat. Just know that your whole body, this plane of the frontal body, is facing a long edge on your mat. Let's bend our right knee. Extend the arms out from the heart. Warrior two, looking past the right fingertips. Shoulders are over the hips. Turning that right palm up. Let's flow through it. Right arm up this time. Left arm back. Keep bending that right knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right hand to the right thigh. Left arm comes up. Maybe left arm goes over the head. Bring it through center. Warrior two. Find the breath. On the next inhale, right arm up, left arm down. And exhale, drop forward. Right hand to the right leg. Left arm over the head. Finding the breath. Inhale, come up. Hold warrior two. Find the breath. Inhale, right arm up. Left hand down. Exhale, right hand to the right thigh. Lean into it. Take the left arm up and out, maybe over your head. When you're ready, slowly come up. Warrior two position. Hold warrior two. Let's bring the hands down to the hips or waist. Turn the right toe in, establishing our strong straddle foundation again. Keeping the knees unlocked, but not deeply bent. Just enough of a bend to keep healthy nerve function and healthy circulation of blood and fluids in your legs. Let's push the hips back. From here, we might pause at a fourth of the way, maybe even a third of the way. You could go halfway. This can be a core strengthener. Hands to the thighs or shins with a straight arm. You can prop up your spine. Begin to relax the arms a little bit and hang that head nice and loose, just as the body already practiced. Hanging loose so that we're allowing gravity to create length in the spine, helping us to maintain a nice tall posture as we age. Exhale from the throat. Two more. Inhale and exhale. Again. To safely come up, Prop the hands either on the shins or thighs, straightening out the arms so that we create some pillars to support the spine. Walking the hands up a little more, we pause as we open the hip. You might have a rush or a change in blood pressure, and then slowly come up. Inch the feet in towards each other, and now shake out the full body. Moving into our standing balancing pose today. We're doing a combination of tree and flamingo. This is a unique posture, a fusion posture that helps us to work on balance. It helps the brain to work on physical balance and also spatial awareness. Let's start with our hands at the hips or waist for support, and just let your body sway a little bit left and right first. Option to close the eyes as we give our body a chance to feel what it is to shift in a healthy way. Come to center when it feels right for you. Take your weight into just your right foot. Slide that left toe in and lift the heel. Allow that left knee to swivel out to the side and maybe press the left heel to the inside of your right ankle. Option to pull that foot up off the ground. Maybe take the left ankle behind the right ankle. So there's that expression of flamingo with tree. You're welcome to step that left toe back behind you so that the hips have a little more support. Maybe we feel a little safer with the toe down on the ground with that little step back. Notice if there's a lot of twisting in that left hip. We're keeping that right hip back, left hip forward. Hips stay neutral while we're crossing behind with that left ankle. Option to take the hands to the heart or even out with the palms pressing out. Find the breath in the chest. Exaggerate that inhale. When you're ready, lower the hands, lower the feet. Let's step both feet onto the ground and move into that little shift again. Closing the eyes so that naturally we lean more, we trust more the way we feel. We're not relying or leaning on eyesight for balance. Let's shift our weight into the left foot. Drag that right foot in and lift the heel. Open the right knee out to the side, pressing the right heel to the inside of the left ankle. Holding it there, or maybe slide the foot up. Traditional tree. Fusion, taking that right ankle behind the left leg. So it could be a tap behind you, behind the body or behind us. The foot can stay on the ground, or we can hover so that we actually feel that we have that combination of flamingo with the lift, tree with the rotation. Let's notice the hips, pulling that left hip back, right hip forward, so the hips stay squared or neutral. Take the palms and press away. Now exaggerate your breath. Big inhale. When you're ready, lower the hands, lower both feet. Shift, move a little bit, shake it out. Coming out of our balancing pose of the month, we are coming down to the floor. This is a great time to grab a sip of water. I do encourage drinking a little bit of water, whether you feel heated or not, whether we feel thirsty or not, because yoga is a practice kind of like massage where it's moving different fluids through the body. And as it's moving fluids, we're in essence moving toxins out from the body. So drinking a little more water, that way we assist the kidneys and the liver in flushing out those toxins. From wherever you are, make your way down slowly to the floor. Maybe hinge from the hip and step 1 foot back at a time. Let's come into easy seated, maybe grabbing a pillow, a blanket, or even a yoga block to elevate the hips. Let's take our legs out in front of us. You may notice I'm keeping a bigger bend in my knees. When we have the hips elevated, it might be a good idea to keep that bigger bend in your knees because just the angle of the body changes. And if we straighten our legs here, chances are we're going to lock out the knee joint, and that's going to go against all that healthy circulation work we've been working on today. So keeping just a little bigger bend in the knees, maybe walk those heels in. This is not so much about stretching the legs right now as much as we're going to focus on stretching from your low back through the middle back, all the way up from the sides of the neck to the crown of the head. It's a particular energy line that can help us to cool off in the summertime. From wherever you are, keep those toes pulling up, pull them in towards your knees. Place the hands maybe gently on your thighs or on top of the kneecaps. As we inhale, let's come forward with the belly and lift up your ribs and heart. A lot like cow pose. It might feel like we're doing a back bend, and it may not look like a back bend because of the body position. Big inhale. Exhale, round the spine, come forward. Allow your spine to soften and round, looking like a little clamshell. Relax the head and the neck. Notice if there's any type of force in this pose and try to eliminate any tension or any impulse to force or to feel the stretch. Maybe find the most passive position for your body. Hang the head loose. Let's focus just on the breath here. Focus on breathing with the back of the lungs, up and down the sides of the spine. First, breathe down into the low back, then to the middle back, then under the armpits and under your shoulder blades. Exhale, relax the ribs and the low back. Try opening your mouth as you exhale. The more we relax the jaw, the more we could be relaxing your hips, spine, and back. Let's try this a few more times. Inhale in through the nose. Open the throat like you're fogging a mirror. Two more. Inhale. Exhale, ha breath. Relax forward. Last one. When you're ready, slowly walk the hands in from the shins to the thighs. Let's sit nice and tall. Bend the right knee really deep. Bring it straight in. Keeping that left leg straight. Maybe a little bend underneath. Let's keep our left hand around the right shin or on top of your right knee. Bring the right arm up. Big breath in. On the next exhale, twist to the right. Place the hand down by your right hip or maybe a little bit behind you, and you can lean back a little bit. Twisting towards the right, twisting towards the bent right knee. Breathe mostly into the upper right lung. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, soften. Two more, big breath in. Exhale, relax. Last one, big inhale. And an exhale. When you're ready, slowly shift forward. Extend that right leg out. Maybe a pocket of air under that knee. Let's bend the left leg. Right hand to the shin or right hand on top the left knee. Extending the left arm straight up. Big breath in. Exaggerate that stretch with your rib and armpit. When you're ready, sweep it back, twist to the left, placing that left hand really close to the left hip. You could even straighten the arm, and when you do this, it's going to assist with lengthening the spine. You could always lean back a little bit. This is fantastic for creating maybe a little bit more space so you can create more rotation in the body. Let's look over the left shoulder. Find the breath in that upper left lung. Soften your gaze, close the eyes. Notice the gap between the inhale and the exhale. Notice the gap after the exhale before the next breath in. When you're ready, slowly come up. Take it to center. Let's bend both knees. Touch the toes together. Open the knees out to the side, placing the hands, relaxing them on your knees, or maybe even down near your feet. Let's lean forward just a little bit into butterfly pose, bringing the chin into the chest, softly stretching through the back of the neck, especially relaxing the base of the skull. As we shift forward, again, breathe along the sides of the spine, just like we did before. Soften, inhale into the low back, middle back, ribs, armpits. Exhale, ha breath. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one. When you're ready, walk it in. Easy does it. Let's slowly bring the knees up and separate our feet. When you're ready, let's make our way into lying down on our backs. I'm going to scoot off my pillow, taking the knees to one side. We can slowly lie down. From lying on our sides, safely rolling onto our backs, weight bearing into the spine. From here, let's slowly take our right knee up towards the chest. Flatten your foot. Pull the toes towards your knee, towards your face. Push through the heel. Let's take that right knee and angle it out to the side, moving from your hip and thigh joint. Place the right ankle atop the left thigh and just let gravity press that out a little bit. Now, naturally, some of us may want to relax our foot. It's okay to relax the foot if you have no knee issues. If you have ever had any tweaks, pains, or injuries in your knee, keep that foot flexed. Whenever we flex the foot, it stabilizes the knee joint and it stabilizes the muscles around your knee. So there might be more tension when we keep the foot flat. Definitely safer, more safety. You can relax the foot. Notice there is less tension. Less tension means the muscles are not active around your knee joint and calf. Now, from wherever you are, let your left knee sway just a tiny bit. This is going to start rocking that right hip bone while it's rotated. It's going to rock it just a little bit in the joint. You're welcome to experiment with this, making it a deeper stretch by maybe coming to a still point. And you could lift your left heel, pull that left knee up in towards your chest. Again, keep that right foot flat. You can hold it right here or take the hands, bring them around that left leg. The right hand is going to go under the right calf muscle between the thighs, kind of like threading a needle. And then you can hold on to that leg or thigh region on the left. As you exhale, draw that left knee in. Relax the jaw. This is a hip stretch, which means it really is a low back stretch too. And if we relax the jaw, we may be able to unlock tension in the hips. When your body is ready, slowly let that go. Plant that left foot down on the ground. Uncross the right ankle and plant that right foot. Let's bring the left knee up. Flat through that left foot. We're pulling the toes in. Open the knee out to the side. And now let's set that left ankle on the right thigh. Just like before, flat foot, tension in the ankle and knee, usually safer. You can relax the foot if your knee is okay with it. Let's just breathe here, allowing gravity to work its way into the hips. To maybe layer a little bit more into the stretch if you're curious about what there might be to feel with this. Lift your right heel, push off the right foot to lift that right knee. Left hand is going to weave under the left calf, both hands around that right thigh, slowly pulling in. Exhale from the throat, relax your jaw. When your body is ready, let that foot down. Uncross the left leg. Let the knees sway a little bit. Use this time to move your body in any way you want so that we're preparing to be still for a little while. As we move into our short meditation in closing our practice, remember if you'd rather sit up, you can sit up instead. Let's come into a comfortable position so we can embrace a little bit of stillness. All the movement is for the body. All the stillness with the breath is for the mind. Placing hands in any comfortable position for your body. Become aware of the breath in your belly and just focus on breathing low into the lungs. Maybe simply watch the breath. Notice the gaps between the inhale and the exhale, and then that space between the exhale and inhale. To keep the mind focused, maybe you simply affirm, I inhale, I exhale. Belly rise, belly fall. Let's try that for a couple quiet minutes. Now is the time to let go. If there's any part of your body that is holding on to tension, let it go. Let it go with the breath, even if it's just for a fraction of a moment. Let it go and give the body that opportunity to feel what it is like to be without the tension, without stress, without the holding patterns, even if just for a fraction of a moment. Let it go. As we are nearing the end of our session today, we've had a fantastic 1 hour practice, and some of you may have some other things on your agenda today. So if you know that you need to get up, please move really slow. We want to hold on to that sense of peace while we add in a little more activity. I suggest you bend the knees first. This is used to protect your body, especially protecting the back and the hips. Rock a little bit side to side. This little bit of weight bearing is going to get the body ready to eventually come up to standing with whatever you're doing today. Take your time to slowly make your way up into seated. And from here, you may want to move your neck a little bit, bat your eyes, move your wrist. Just let any part of the body move. In closing, let's press the palms together at the heart. Our seal of physical reverence, Anjali Mudra. Take in a few deep breaths. Really draw that life force in. Let it all go. The exhale is more important than the inhale. In order to get that big breath in, you got to let all that old stuff out. Big inhale, bigger exhale. And now one more big breath in. I am so thankful that we were able to share this hour today. Join me in a bow. Namaste. You all have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time.